Hello everyone, Wanda the Foiling Rock Lady here, and I have a really special rock I'm doing today. This artwork is originally from Olivia. She's grade school, beautiful artist. She draws amazing dragons and other animals. She asked me to give my interpretation of her artwork, color up something and see what I come up with. And I love her so much, I'm not going to change it too much. But I went ahead and traced it onto my rock. And this is a great opportunity to try out my new Sharpie STAINED pens. And these are actual fabric markers. And you guys know how much I love watercolor markers. Well, I don't think they're like watercolor markers, but they can be maybe. And I know that Sharpies bleed when you work with them. So this is my attempt at trying to use them successfully in a me way with foil. So let's see if it can be done. We'll take the journey together. So I'm going to color just like I always do because that's my style. I love to color just like in coloring books. So I'm going to start out. I don't think they're named, but we'll call it Sharpie Purple. Yeah, they don't have names. So, nope, this is the blue. Ha, I lied. Okay, so let's go over that. There's black, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, pink, and purple. And I'm going to follow her colors here. Not the black. Blue. And I'm going to they're very juicy. So I'm not going to get too close to the edges because I don't want it to bleed out onto the rock. And I'm going to do it following her color scheme. Maybe adding a bit of highlights here and there. And I'll be using a white, let's see, it will be Americana Snow White acrylic craft paint with a disposable eyeliner brush. I think this might work, you guys. The key here is going to be how you seal your rock. If you're very careful when you're sealing your rock, you can use Sharpies. You have to spray before you resin or varnish. Otherwise it will just bleed everywhere. And there's a little bit of blue down here. And our spots are blue. Oh, and our crown is blue too. So I waited a long time to start this project, so I don't think Olivia knows. So it'll be quite a surprise, I'm hoping. Surprise, Olivia! I am so excited to embellish here. I'm going to be using foils and some rhinestones to kick it up on the, I'm going to change the color a bit. I'm going to use some purple and blue on the crown. I'm going to add rhinestones to put some jewels in the crown and then give our Mrs. Dragon a jeweled neckline here. Oh, I sure do like these pens. I think you guys are going to love these. Oh my gosh. You know, the reason I got them was because they're great for hand lettering. But they are big, so they make, I'll show you really quick. These. Sorry, I just tore a piece of paper. Okay, So they're big and fat and juicy. So like if you wanted to write love, so light pressure that, and then you put on the pressure with these and it smushes them out. I love it. And then lighten up that pressure, come around. Smush it down. But see how juicy they are? So they do take some time to dry. You have to give it dry time. But they make a cinch out of hand lettering. They do a lot of the work for you. So I was watching a professional calligrapher hand letterer use them, and I was pretty impressed. Okay, so she has done some different colors, which I'm assuming are jewels around the crown. So we're going to do some jewels too. I think I'll just go in order here. And then we've got some yellow out here. Some orange. They're very much like highlighters. So cool. And they kind of blend good too because they are wet, you know, juicy. They blend nice. And the red. Lots of pigment. So she did red for the tongue. And inside the mouth. Looks like she did some shading in there. She's a great artist with some darker colors, like right here. See how great that blends? It's so good. Okay, so here I'm going to take the orange and blend it back into the red. You can wipe off your pen in between on a piece of paper. Look at that blend. Isn't it great? Oh, guys, I love these pens. Oh my gosh. I'm going to add a little bit of the orange to the tongue area and lighten it up. There we go. And I'm going to add a few of these oranges in here. Some green. Okay, and these are blue. All right, the other part of our face is green. I love these. They have a perfect pointy tip, and they are a brush pen, but they are a felt tip brush pen. So they're not real brush pen. They don't have bristles. They just have one pointy felt tip, which is pretty cool. Olivia, I love your dragon. Okay, now, oh, this is green too. Okay, done with the green. Now, her horns are, I believe, black. I'm having a hard time seeing the whole thing. I think they're black, but I'm going to add some red in there so that I can make it sort of brown. And we'll see how that works with these pigment, or these fabric markers that are fabulous on rocks so far. The black is really black. That's good too. Might be blacker than my Posca 1MR that I lined it with. Guess I should have told you guys that, huh? I lined the artwork with Posca 1MR black. Sorry for that. That is this guy. Uni Posca size 1MR. Go back in here with the red. Give it some. And then wipe the tip of your pen off so you don't have contamination. On her ear, there's a red section here. And then green. Cool. All right, the front part here is like a limey green, and since I don't have that, I'm going to combine two colors. So I'm going to hit it with this green here. And then I'm going to hit it with the yellow, which is very much like a highlighter. Pull some of that green color out of there. Probably should have done it the other direction. Actually, Q-tip. This is a good time to put in some highlights. So right down the front of the chest, which looks like dragon scales. Hold on just a moment. you want to take your lighter color and add in the highlight. I like that. That's pretty. Let me show you. Okay. Now grab a little bit of your white, just a drop of your white paint. You can use a pen if you have a pen. It's just harder to blend them sometimes. I'm just going to use a drop of white with a little water to it. So I'm going to be using Pentel Aquash water brush, but empty. I'm just going to dip it in some water over here. And it's just gonna make like an ink, a white ink. Okay, then I'm gonna wipe the brush off because I don't want it to be dripping. And I'm gonna add some whiter highlights in there. And I'm going to put some up here in the forehead area where the wrinkle, what would that be, crinkled scales are. I'm going to just follow right along the black scale line. Just a bit. And rinse the brush. Come back with just plain water, not dripping, just damp, and blend. Okay. Now her eye, I believe it's a blue eye, but there's a black in there. I'm going to try to lighten this. I'm going to put a dot of blue here and then some of the white that we just made to lighten the blue. We're going to let that dry and then we'll add some more white to it and a black pupil. All right, I'm going to come in with white Posca 1MR. So it's just like the black Posca that I lined with, but white. Should have primed my pens first. And do the teeth. I might have to reline these. Let that dry and then I'll reline them with black. Okay, and then out here we've got some red. Looks like red and burgundy. Or like red and pinky red. We'll do pinky and then red. Red. Okay, I'm going to come in with some of the purple around the face, do some shading, and that. Okay, I'm coming in with micro pigma, and it's number 01. Sorry, focus. Yeah, 01. It's very, very fine tip to line the teeth, reline them. Just putting the points back on. Okay, so we have our teeth back. And inside the eye is the pupil. I'm going to darken that in there. It appears that her eye, the rest of the eye is black, so I'm going to go ahead and blacken that out. And change pens. I'm going to come in with the black Sharpie. Give this eye some work here. Oops. Oh no. Now we got to go back with the blue again. Let me give some lashes. Mrs. Dragon. Okay. Let that dry. Oh, we're baking the paper. No UV light required here. Let's see. I can grab this blue up there. Yeah, okay. Mess, mess, mess. Abort, abort. You can go back in with a dry brush and pull out the ink. Okay, so we pulled the ink back out. Can you see that? Okay. Now I'll add the blue part around the eye again. I'm going to use a white gel pen to try to lighten the blue. I'm trying to just use these pens if you're wondering, and that little bit of white that I made, but I don't like the paint. We'll see if this does anything. Yeah, it's lightening. Okay. Not a lot, but there we go. And now put the black people in carefully this time, woman. And the lash line back. Okay. When that dries, we'll give it the white dot of life. Okay, let's let this dry and we will add some foils. I hope you like it, Olivia. Okay, we are pretty much dry. I'm going to add a white dot to the eye and give it some life. And I have some rhinestones, and I apologize in advance. I have no idea where I got them or when I got them. I think they're years old, so please don't judge. Don't judge me. Okay, so I'm just going to pick some out, and they are rectangle, like what's going on here, right? Isn't that cool? So I'm just going to pick out some colors and set them up here and map this out a little bit. And I will check back in a moment when I find all the colors and show you what I've done. We won't be applying these until we're done with our foil, but I'm just getting ready. Okay, I'm just messing around here with these, and I've come up with this for the crown. Just some squares and triangles and some round faceted ones, and then this cool looking bubble one. It's smooth. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so I'm going to put that one there. And then for these, I have this great, beautiful set that I do not know where I got these either, but it's from the Paper Studio, so maybe you can look that up somewhere. It doesn't have any other information except for, oh, Hobby Lobby. Ha ha, how about that? Hobby Lobby. It doesn't have like a name, but there is a number here. 1987452. The Paper Studio. Adhesive gems. Assorted sizes, 80 piece. And it's like a rainbow color shift type gem. Anyways, I'm going to see this row right here. Right here. I'm going to put that right here on Mr. Dragon. Or Mrs. Dragon. I'm sorry. This dragon. Anyway, so I'm going to scooch these off here, and we're going to start foiling. Okay, guys, so I have some really cool foils picked out, and this is a set I used just recently on the octopus, the polka dot. Today I'm going to use several different foils. There's going to be a piece of this one. Let me cut it off. This is the Dreamcatcher roll. But I'm going to use this flower. Can you see that flower right there? I'm going to use it in the crown. And it's going to go around. I don't know what is wrong with my focus. But it's going to go there on the crown. And go around the jewel. So that will be that one. And then I'm going to use Crackle, going down the green area on Dragon. And then we're going to use the transparent nail foils for the rest. We're going to use this one on the horns, the oil slick on the horns, and then we'll go back and forth throughout with the other colors, other facets, I call them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pour some SXC glue into my dish. It's easier to work with that way. Okay, that is SXC Nail Art Foil Glue, available on Amazon. I'm going to use a disposable eyeliner brush. It's got a very pointy tip so that I can apply it exactly where I want it. And I'll be using Mac Art 6-watt mini LED light. This is very important when you're working on rocks. To cure the glue, it takes a low wattage light to work on the rock. I don't know why. You know, sometimes it'll work with a higher watt, but I don't know, 7 out of 10 times it won't, and it'll cause wrinkling and bumps and divots and all kinds of ugly things that mess up your foiling. So my recommendation every time will be to use a low wattage light. It's $10. It's not that expensive, and if it burns out, it's easily replaceable. Anyways, so that's Mac Art. The label on it is gone because I've scrubbed it too many times. You can see the damage on there, but the light works great, so we'll leave that. Okay, I'm going to start in the horn. Dragon horns. I'm going to start with the back one. And I'm going to leave definition between the two, so that I can, they're very dark, so I want to leave definition by not applying the glue. See that? To the center where the lines are, where the black lines are. Okay, give that a cure. 1 cycle in the light. Keep your glue away from your light. And I am going to cut out the piece of this foil that I'm going to use because I don't want these others to get on my design. Olivia's design, not mine. I'm so excited about having some original artwork from a young artist. It's amazing. And I do accept, if you want me to do your artwork, absolutely send it to me and I will do it. And you can have it on YouTube. Showcase your artwork. So this one will be for the crown. I hope we don't lose that little guy. Oh. There goes the foils popping out everywhere. All right, our cycle is done. Let me put this up. Sorry, guys. And I apologize for the dogs barking. I have the window open because I'm using all of these fumes here today. Okay, that one's done. Oops, I forgot to get the foil. Ooh, talk about distracted. Okay. This is the foil I'm choosing for the horns. So I want to grab a link that will cover that. Okay. Now to find the side that goes down with gloves on, pull on your foil, both fingers together, and the side that is dragging, the side that's slick and your thumbs move across or your fingers move across easily, goes down on the rock. So the side that where there's drag goes toward, I said that wrong. Okay, shiny side up. Okay, very shiny side goes up. Dull side with drag goes on the rock. When I say drag, it's not as slick. Now pray this is the right side. I have trouble with this one foil. Yay, we did it good. All right. Nice job. Okay, that's pretty. It's not, for some reason, and let me turn on my flash. Does that help a bit? Weird lighting today. It's kind of cloudy out. Okay, well, I'll leave the light on. All right, I'm going to foil the other horn. Same thing, staying out of the center line. Okay, we are cured. So the second side, go here. Oh no, we're not cured. How about that? It didn't. Okay, if you have a boo-boo, grab some alcohol, or acetone will be even better. And try to remove the glue, the wet glue from the rock before you cure it, okay? If you cure it, you can't remove it. And don't touch your artwork if you can at all avoid that. See, it'll pull the ink out. I'll have to touch that up with white paint. But I think I got the actual glue off of the rock, which is great news. Maybe, maybe not. But we shall see in a moment. Okay. I show boo-boos and all on Wanda's Foiling Rock Lady channel. Okay, so cure that for 1 cycle. Okay, now it's cured. Sorry, guys. Oh, I hope I got the right side down. I did. Okay. Okay, got the horns done. Now let's work on this little section in the crown here. Where did my flower go? Okay, I'm going to put this glue around and covering the blue dot. Like so. You see where I put it? Okay, I'm going to cure that for a cycle, and I will show you what my thoughts are, if I can find my tweezers. Okay, when it's cured, see I have cut out a square here. This will fit about that area. Hopefully it'll still cover the glue, but if not, and you're working on a similar project and you have glue that's not covered by the foil, when you resin it, it will be fine. So it's okay if there's exposed glue. Unless you're not going to resin it, then you need to seal it somehow with a brush on, preferred over a spray first. 1 cycle. Okay, we are cured. And can you see the blue dot in the crown? Okay, I'm going to straddle that with the center of the flower. And use my tweezers to remove the backing from the foil. Yay! And that worked out nice. Beautiful. Okay. And now we're going to go on to we'll do the crackle on the green body here. And you can go ahead and cover right over those dots because we're going to put rhinestones on them. Okay, now that that is glued, sorry, I should have paused that, guys. It was a long stretch there. I'm going to cure it in the light for 1 cycle, which is about 60 seconds. And I'm pretty sure you saw here that I have another little glue drip. Boy, I'm on a mission today, huh? Remove that before you put it in the... Okay, removed, cure, and I'll be right back to apply the Crackle Foil. Okay, cured. Now, this foil has been temperamental in the past, so everybody cross your fingers and your toes. But it's okay because I'm pretty sure I know how to get it to work if it doesn't want to stick. Okay, when you're removing the backing, you're lifting slow to make sure that it's transferring. Oh, it's beautiful. Yay. Transferring beautifully. If you're missing spots, put it back down. Gorgeous transfer. Look at that. It came off beautiful. Oh, Mr. Dragon, Mrs. Dragon, you are looking gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to do this green part with the crackle as well. So I haven't cured the glue yet, but I wanted to show you. I did the green on the face. I went back with those fingers that web out there and the ear. So I'm going to cure that for 1 cycle. I got to show you guys when you put the UV light on that, look at the fluorescent glow. Can you see the difference? It's so cool. See the fluorescent in the front? Nice. It's like on fire here, looking so bright. Very cool. Okay. And I'm going to kick it out this way so we can get the ear in there too. I'm going to cut off a little section here to grab this part here that I missed. It might not even matter because it's, you know, the crackle is spaced apart, so it might not have even covered that part. Okay, take a Q-tip or a silicone sponge or silicone tipped nail tool and go around your edges. Remove slowly so you can tell if you got a good transfer. Looks good. Looks good. Good, good, good. Nice. Perfect. All right. I think for the face we're going to use I call it laser, this stuff here. And I'm going to try to avoid as much as I can, which is going to be a little bit difficult, in between the lashes and the forehead wrinkles, so that we can get some of that definition. I know I have to be difficult, don't I? You see that? See if we can, too much. Don't get too much on your brush or it'll just all go together. All right, let's see what happens with this one. Cure that for a cycle. Okay. Did I cut off enough? I hope. Apply that. I'm just going around the edges, making sure that they are covered well. Very nice. Okay, we are almost done onto the rhinestones. All right, for the front here, I'm going to do each little section so that we definitely get separation and definition between the scales. So try to stay off of the black lines. And I'm going to use the small crushed wrap. Nope, I'm going to use the discs. This one here. It's little round circles. Okay, before I cure it, I want you to see the bumps on there, the separation where I put the glue. Okay, you want it to look sort of like that, so you have the scale definition. Okay, that is done curing. I'm going to grab that here. Good. Okay, foils. Looking great. Turn that off so we can see it better. So pretty. Okay, so for this stripe here, and this one here, okay, so I did the front neck and the back neck stripe. Cure that. Well, that's curing. Dun, dun, dun. Which one should we use? They're thin, so maybe just the plain here. Probably wouldn't show much definition, so I think, you know, I think I'll maybe just use this since it won't show much, but it'll still give it some iridescent. Okay. And we'll do this side first. And then this side. All right, I'm going to do the fluorescent area. I wonder, Olivia, what is this? The fire breathing engine area? Where the fire is made in the dragon? I think it's so cool. I would love to know where you were with your imagination when you made this dragon. I'll bet you have a story. Okay. And I'm going to cure that for 1 cycle. Okay, that's done curing, and okay, this side. Beautiful. Okay, so now we have this section here. And cure that for 1 cycle. Okay. Nice. This is one fancy dragon. Love it. Okay, with your black Posca pen or black paint pen, you need a small tip. We're going to put back the fine lines. So we're going to put the definition back between the horns. And then draw some slots here. Sort of like rings in the horn. Outline them. And then reline our fire-breathing fire face. The really beautiful heart of the dragon fire. Be careful, don't go over your teeth. And carefully line around your face. There is the separation in the forehead there. Put back some eyelashes. Redefine your eye without coloring it in. Eyelashes. And very carefully reline your eye. And the eyelid. And pupil. I can't figure out the lighting today. Let's see. I got new bulbs in my office and I think they're great. They might be too much. Let's see. Okay. Well, I will take it in the kitchen for a final show. You know, those kitchen lights of mine are magic. All right, we are going to do some rhinestones. Oops, I forgot this part. Okay guys, before we do the rhinestones, I am going to put a coat of, it's a top coat, top gel. A gel top coat by Beetles. It's a UV LED cured. It's for nails. Just, you know, you would put it on top coat and then cure it in the UV light. But I'm going to use it to seal this instead of UV resin so that I can do it quickly because this is 1 minute versus like 5. So just to save some time. I had to use a little white Posca down here to touch up a boo-boo, so I'm letting that dry for a moment. And this way we can get our rhinestones solid, stuck on solidly. Whew, I didn't know how I wanted to say that. So you can use this basically just like resin. It is a form of resin. All UV nail products are basically a form of resin. So I'm going to put it on and spread it around. I am so excited about these pens. Now, this is not normal resin, so we don't know if normal resin would, you know, make them bleed or smear. So it generally does with Sharpie. So I think you probably have to worry about that too, but not with UV products. Seems to not bother it. So now that I've got that on there, I'm not going to cure it. I am going to put my rhinestones in it and then cure it. That way then they'll live there forever. I am going to change my gloves. A glove anyways. Olivia, no using fire, but if your mom has a torch, you can take the bubbles out of your rock by hitting it with a flame, the bubbles out of the top coat. Eeks. Okay, glove on. And grab some rhinestones. Okay, I'm going to put the big one right there. Okay, I'm going to drop these all in here and I will be right back with you to see where I put them all. Okay, I set the crown. Haven't put it in the light yet, but pretty. Okay, and now I'm going to add these guys here. They're a little harder to peel off. Okay, don't do what I do. Okay, and I'm going to add those down the front of the dragon here. Like that. Pretty. Okay, now I'm going to take my flashlight, the UV flashlight. This is 12 LEDs, UV flashlight, and it will spot cure just so they won't move. And then I will put them in the UV light and it will set them forever. Okay, they are set. Now I'm going to put them in the big one. You don't have to have a big one. You can use the little 6-watt, but I'm going to put them in the big one so it'll be done fast. Okay, we are all finished. Crown set, gorgeous. Beautiful, smooth. You gotta love nail products, yeah? Okay, Olivia, take a bow. Your dragon is now finished. Beautiful. I want to say thank you so much, Olivia, for trusting me with your beautiful artwork, and I hope I did it justice, and I hope that you had fun watching today, and I'll be sending it to you, so be checking the mail. Everyone else, and Olivia, if your mom says okay, go ahead and hit subscribe if you liked what you saw here today, and like, and then hit the bell if you'd like to see when I'm uploading new content. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. I just wanted to add a little note that I'm going to show a collage of Olivia's artwork at the very end of this video, and it'll flash for only a few seconds, but it'll give you an idea of how magnificent this little girl's artwork is. And I hope that you enjoy it as much as I did. Thank you.